Is parkour back? I think it might be back. Nah, we're not doing that again. So, after checking out the playable and pretty promising looking beta of Star Parkour Pro about a week or two ago, I kinda resigned myself to a long wait before a finished playable parkour game would come out. But then, from the depths of the comments, came a new hope, a new game, a new contender. And to make things even better, this one has a playable pigeon. This, my friends, is Rooftops and Alleys. Rooftops and Alleys is a brand new parkour game from one-man developer studios ML Media, who's been working on this for the last 9 months or so.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm the solo developer of Rooftops and Alleys, a brand new parkour and freerunning game I'm creating on my own.
Yeah, this one guy has made this in 9 months. Fair play, he's put the hours in. Although currently only available as an early access version of the unfinished game, it is highly playable, and I gotta say, it's looking pretty damn good. He plays this humanoid dog man android thing. I don't really know what he is, but he looks cool. He kind of reminds me of that Chappie robot from the Neil Blomkamp movie.
Chappie. Yeah, I like this.
And he comes with a whole bunch of customization options. So you can change your outfit, accessories, head type, etc. It's pretty limited at the moment, but apparently it'll be much more expansive in the finished game. The object of the game is basically that of parkour. Run around an area and negotiate the obstacles in the most fluid, efficient, and often flashy way possible. There's a scoring system and some time trials and challenges available in the current build, so you can test yourself and monitor your progression as you gradually get the hang of the gameplay. And oh boy, is there a lot to get the hang of. The parkour system in this game is extensive to say the least. Everything from basic traversal like speed vaults, cat passes, wall runs, safety rolls, to straight up bonkers gymnastics, huge sends, and air tricking are all present here, and it will take you a while to get it all working fluidly under your fingers. But when you do, man, it's a lot of fun. What's really impressive here is the way all the moves and animations flow so seamlessly together, regardless of how wacky and complicated they are. You can drift effortlessly through backflips, corks, 360 dive rolls, into a simple speed vault over a wall in a way that never feels scripted or jittery between animations. So you can create these long drawn-out strings of movement that never lose pace or momentum, no matter how much mad flashy stuff you cram into them, which I guess is really the ultimate goal of parkour in the first place, and the game pulls it off really nicely. The whole thing has this kind of cool, cel-shaded, arcadey kind of vibe to it, like a hyper-real parkour game that's been given the superhero treatment. It reminded me a little bit of the Insomniac games, like Sunset Overdrive, or more recently the Spider-Man series, but I guess really it's kind of like a Tony Hawk's or a Skate 3 for parkour fans, in a really good way. Because I'll be honest, when I first saw clips of this style of gameplay, I wondered whether or not it would have that sacred feeling of weight and momentum that is crucial to any satisfying parkour experience, or whether it would end up feeling light and plasticky like so many traversal mechanics in modern games. I'm happy to report that the character physics in this game are really on point, and you can really feel the acceleration effect of gravity as the ground rushes towards you, or the momentum of your legs whipping over your head in some crazy backflip or trick. The ragdolling is really fun when you mess up, and the impact of your bales carry real weight. I also really like the fact that your character doesn't get up off the floor automatically after a fall, so you can just sort of lie there contemplating your life choices.
How did this happen? We're smarter than this.
Apparently not.
I played on an Xbox-style controller, but DualSense mouse and keyboard are available too. Currently there are only 3 maps to play with, although there'll obviously be a lot more in the finished game. At the moment we get an industrial warehouse district full of shipping containers and steel beams, a very Mirror's Edgy looking construction site with very sendable tall yellow cranes, and the school district that has lots of little walls that are perfect for vaults and precision jumping. There's also a changeable weather system, so you can switch between bright sunshine or bring in some rain and clouds if you like your parkour a little bit more damp and moody. And then there's a pigeon. Yes, there is actually a playable pigeon in this game, which was the one thing missing from Star Parkour Pro, to be fair. And until Pigeon Simulator Survival comes out, this is technically the only working pigeon sim on the market. Yes, that is an actual game, and yes, we will be playing it when it comes out. In this game, however, the bird acts as a kind of checkpoint dropping drone that you can use to fly around the map looking for routes and spots from an aerial perspective. You can then swoop down and drop a marker, which acts as an instant respawn point to which you can teleport your character at any time. This is a really creative and smart mechanic that instantly opens up the map and removes all that frustration of having to work your way back to the start point of a line if you mess it up. Or if there's a specific trick or send that you want to get down, you can just drop one of these markers using your pigeon or the character and just keep zapping your way back to it whenever you need to reset. Other cool features include a slow-mo button, so you can create a bit more time to consider your next trick before you hit the ground and obviously look awesome while doing it. You can change the POV, so if you want to go full Mirror's Edge and play in first-person mode, you can, but I'd recommend getting the controls mastered before you do, as it is a bit full-on and disorientating and can take a bit of getting used to. But to be fair, the game takes this into account and provides some stabilization options to help you keep your lunch down if you're a little sensitive to it.
If you're gonna spew into this.
You can also turn the first-person tricking off, making a sort of hybrid mode where the POV will automatically switch to third person when tricking, so you can better track what's going on when you're spinning and flipping all over the place. Another nifty little feature is the line meter that gradually fills up the more moves and tricks that you pull off. And once it's sufficiently topped up, a speed boost becomes available that you can use to gain height and distance. It fits in really nicely with the old school arcadey kind of vibe and adds a tactical incentive to add flair and build up power before a big send or trick. So far, so good. But all of this is totally meaningless without the answer to the big question. How does it feel? Does it deliver that floaty fluidity of momentum that made games like Mirror's Edge just so damn satisfying? Well, yeah. Yes, it does. It really does. When you start stringing those moves together and flowing through the map, it feels really good. It's a very different experience to something like the Star game, which is shaping up to be a much more realistic, parkour purist kind of game. What Rooftops and Alleys does so well is tread that line between real-world gymnastic freerunning and straight-up wacky arcadey fun. They've turned the realism dial down a little bit and turned the video gaminess dial up just enough to create an enhanced parkour gameplay experience that is grounded enough in real-world physics to make it a legit parkour game, but roided up enough to make the traversal as spectacular and as colourful as possible. And the result is a fast and flashy game that's easy to play but difficult to master, and really is a lot of fun. The more I play it, the more I find new combos of moves and possibilities, and I'm sure that's only going to increase as the development of the game continues and more features become available. So, Rooftops and Alleys, what do you think? Have you played it? Do you want to play it? Let me know in the comments below. And thank you to Romero Zurich, Gus Christ and Lavosh, all of whom suggested I check this game out in the comments of my last video, because I'm having a lot of fun with it. So yeah, keep the suggestions coming. I've got no affiliation with ML Media whatsoever, but if you want to check it out for yourself, then access to the current build of the game is available on Steam for about 13 quid if you want to play it now and help support the developer who's making this whole thing on his own. Hats off to you, sir. Hats off to you. I've included a link to the dev channel in the description as well if you want to check out the development of the game and tutorials, etc. And if you want to see more gameplay, I've uploaded a video of that too, as well as a link to my first playthrough live stream that I did on the day of release. Thanks so much for watching, folks, and if you've enjoyed the video, please drop us a cheeky like and subscribe. It would really help the channel and help me make more of these things. But until the next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the streams.